Hey, everybody, Dr. Mark. It is a beautiful Wednesday today, and have got some new faces in the office this week. And part of our paperwork asks if you're bringing in child, if as a baby they spent any extended periods of time in a car seat, a jumper, a bumbo, a bouncer, any sort of contraption, for good reason too. So, my unpopular opinion is that there is absolutely no need to waste money or your kids' time in them. The reason being, a huge part of baby's growth and development is learning where their body is and what it's doing. And so when you put them in something, let's use a jumper, before they can actually do that movement, you are activating, or their body is activating, muscles that they don't have posture and voluntary control over. So if you grew up in like the 80s or 90s, you probably are familiar with Tetris, right? So blocks fall down, and maybe I've talked about this on a video before, but that's how I think of it. Blocks fall down and you get to orient them and place them down. And there's a strategy to that. There's a best way. Ideally, you want to make a solid row before you bump to that next layer. Build a solid row before you build to that next layer. Can you drop blocks down willy-nilly? Sure you can. That's a good way for the game to end. So maybe that's where this analogy doesn't carry through all the way, but it's very much so like that with our kiddos' growth and development. It happens in a very predictable, very strategic pattern. So when you are putting baby, even in a bumbo seat, right? If you aren't familiar, it's like this foam thing that's got like a little hump that goes in between their crotch, and then there's a supporter on the back that you kind of just like slump them in, and then they sit there. If baby is able to sit on their own, cool, go ahead and use the bumbo. If they are unable to sit, do not, I repeat, do not put them in a bumbo. First of all, that's not going to be comfortable. They're going to be literally poured into it like a bag of soup. Second of all, you're going to be activating muscles that ideally happens in a strategic way. And when I say ideally, we were designed that way. Baby, as they're growing and developing, they first learn to pick their head up with tummy time. Then they start to push up on their shoulders. Then they learn to sit. Then they're cruising. Then they are walking. There are plenty of things that happen in between those times. But if we are putting the cart before the horse and trying to get them in positions and movement patterns that they have not mastered on their own yet, it is coming at a cost, and we see that every day. So if you have contraptions at home and you're like, well, what do I do if I'm like cooking supper? Like if you need to contain baby, maybe find a laundry hamper and put them in it. Like, I'm being serious here. I'm a mom too. I can't say that I've ever put my kid in a laundry hamper, but that would be something. If you're like, how do I shower? Put them on the ground. Put them on the floor. First of all, being bored is a huge part of kids' development also. They need to learn how to be bored, how to entertain themselves, how to troubleshoot and problem solve. But again, the bigger part when we're looking at like neurological development is they need to be able to learn where and what their body is doing. So when we are rushing things, we're actually putting them at a disadvantage. So if you have questions, by all means, comment on this, send us a message, or just ditch the crap. It's going to save you money and space in your home. So everybody wins and the baby wins. Win, 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 win. Okay, catch you guys later. Ooh, this is a good follow-up with swaddles. Okay, we'll do that too. I don't think you should be swaddling your baby either. Another unpopular opinion. But we'll come back to that. Catch you cool cats soon.